Good evening, everybody. I'm here to connect, and let's talk about how are you going to prepare to take care of your neighbors and your family. Let's face it, these times are tough, and we can't do it alone. So if we can take care of each other, we'll be much better off. So I'm hoping that you'll come in, talk about it, and I just want to hear what kind of strategies you're using to help get ready to prepare. I know my family is building our homestead. We're putting in gardens, and we're canning. And we're also raising chickens so that we can have a supply of eggs in the event that things get really tough or more tough than they already are. I know a lot of people out there are already struggling. So please come on in. I'd love for you to tell me what kind of things that you are doing in order to prepare in the event that food isn't as readily available as it has been. And also make sure you drop your link and you chat with others as well. This is a great way to connect and build your channel. So welcome, welcome. I see we've got 2 people in the house already. Welcome. Let me know who you are and I'll build you a jacket so that you can drop your links. Welcome, welcome. Glad to have you here with us. Monte Carlo Auto Decals, welcome. How are you this evening? I'll go ahead and set you up here. Please drop your link. This evening, I'm talking about how you can prepare yourself and those around you for any upcoming problems we might have with food supply and just in general taking care of yourself. How can you make yourself more independent of the system? We are homesteading, we are canning, we are putting in a garden, we're growing some chickens, and we just want to be able to not only feed ourselves, but help others around us in case things get really, really tough. Thanks, Monte Carlo Auto Decals, for dropping your link. Please connect. Welcome to all of you in the house. I see there's 2 people in the house. Welcome. Thanks for the thumbs up. Please don't hesitate to promote yourself by dropping your link. I think that's awesome. We help each other by building community. Welcome, welcome. Let me know who you are. Comment below, drop your link. If this is your first time with me, that's great. Say hello and welcome. Shout out for Albert Sisesco. Welcome. Lizelle, hi, how are you? Welcome. So we're just here chatting. I'm doing great. Yeah, I'm here to help people connect to each other, and we're talking about how to help strengthen our communities by putting in gardens, doing some canning, raising some chickens. What can we do to make ourselves more prepared in case that there's kind of a breakdown of all those things that we take advantage of right now? You know, what happens if we can't just go right to the grocery store? How are we going to feed ourselves, right? I think it's by getting to know your neighbors and building community, whether it's an online community or just the people that are physically around you. We can't do this stuff alone, you know? Flow USA, hello. Welcome, welcome. Glad that you're here. Please drop your links. Feel free. Absolutely. Connect with Lizelle. Please connect. We've got Monte Carlo Auto Decals, Lizelle's Story, and Flow USA. Welcome. Thank you for the thumbs up. I really appreciate it. Just here to connect people, build a community online. And please, I think it's a great idea to build a community with people around you. These are tough times, and we may end up having to feed ourselves. We may not be able to rely so much on the things that we have in the past, the local grocery stores so much. So anything that you can do and share with us here, what are you doing to make yourself more independent? Are you putting in a garden? Are you canning food? How are you connecting with your neighbors to build that community in case you need that? We're not an island. We can't do things alone. We got to work together, right? I do remember you, Lizelle. I won't forget you. You helped me out tremendously. Thank you so much. I'm very grateful for all of your help. So please drop your links. That's wonderful. If you have any ideas about how you build community or how you make your family stronger or get to know the others around you, please type in a comment. And please don't hesitate to promote yourself. We're here to build not only our online channels, but our local community channels as well. We're stronger together than we are apart. How you guys feeling tonight? Good? It's fun to see you on the different live streams that I visit. Absolutely. Absolutely. Let me add that jacket. Let's see here. Oh, Lizelle Story, you're set up as a moderator. You should be able to drop your link. Let me double check Flow USA here. Oh, there we go. I got you. Thanks for speaking up. I appreciate that. I don't want to miss anybody. Please drop your links and connect. We're building online community here, and we're also building our own communities. I want to hear your ideas. What are you doing in your local areas to better prepare yourself in case systems go down? Like those poor people in Texas. God bless them. I hope that things are getting better. But what are you going to do in the event your grid goes down? What are you going to do in the event the grocery store closes down? How are you going to build connections in your local neighborhoods and communities, right? We're not an island. We can't do this by ourselves. We got to work together. By helping other people, we protect our own families too. You're welcome, Lizelle Story, no problem. Please drop your links and connect. Connect with each other, connect with me. I'll connect with you. It's awesome. It's good stuff. We're stronger together than we are apart. All right, we got someone else in the house. Law Channel, how are you? Welcome, welcome. Let me add you here, and then you can drop your link. There you go. You should be able to do that, Law Channel. Thanks for joining us today. So please make comments down below. Let me know what you're doing in your local communities to make yourself stronger, getting to know your neighbors, putting in gardens, whatever it is. I appreciate the ideas. Other people appreciate ideas. And promote your channel. Please do that. That's why we're here. We build communities. We're stronger together than we are apart. We're not islands, right? What are you going to do if the grid goes down? How are you going to help your neighbors? How are they going to help you? What are you going to do if the grocery store is having trouble? I know that we've spent the last year and a half homesteading, beefing up our canning. We have put in a chicken coop, and we've got chickens going. We've learned how to hatch chickens. We rebuilt a tractor so that we can plant our own food. All of those kinds of things. And the stronger that we become as a family, the more that we can help others, right? And the more that we can help others, the stronger that our community is. It's good stuff. You know, divided and alone, we're very weak, but together we're very strong. Welcome, welcome. Please connect with each other. Please connect with me. I'll connect with you. So we've got Lizelle Story, we've got Flowy USA, we've got Law Channel, we've got Monte Carlo Auto, we've got, I don't want to mispronounce it, Monte Carlo Auto Decals in the house as well. Absolutely, Lizelle, I remember you. So glad that you're here. Please drop your links. Please drop your links. Lizelle changed her name, guys. She changed her name from Lizelle Suarez to Lizelle Story. Same person, same awesome person, just different, slightly different name, okay? From now on, I'm with my husband, helping him in his job. He drives 48 states. We are not only built community, we build around the USA. Good for you guys, delivering dry goods and different stuff. Man, we would be in a world of hurt without people moving goods and services around. So thank you so much. People don't say it enough. But without our truckers and workers moving goods and services around, I heard somewhere it's like 2 days. We go down to our local grocery store and there would be nothing. So thank you very much and be safe out there. These are strange times. So I think the more that we know each other, both online, building communities by connecting with each other and getting out and getting to know our neighbors, breaking those barriers, finding out how can we help each other, how can they help you, right? Absolutely, Lizelle's story. Absolutely. Good stuff. So hey, thanks for the other thumbs up. I really appreciate that. Please connect with each other, connect with me, connect with you. That's what we're here doing. We're stronger together than we are apart. Okay, we're all part of this globe that we live on, right? Lizelle, where are you guys at now on your travels? Thank you to all of you that are here right now. We've got Flowy USA, we've got Law Channel, Lizelle's Story, Monte Carlo, Auto Decals. I think you're still in the house. How are you connecting with others in your local community? And how are you connecting online? Sorry, guys, a little bit of a cough there. We're in Kentucky, Lizelle's Story says, and tomorrow we're going to New York, New England. Wow. Wonderful. Be safe out there. Is it cold? Is it cold in Kentucky right now? Cold in Kentucky. Okay, yeah, well, it's about 22 degrees here where I'm at right now. Pretty cold. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thanks for the thumbs up. Thank you for the comments. 40 degrees. Woo! That's almost swimming weather. No, I know that's cold if you're not used to it. So one of the things we did this year to make ourselves more prepared is I bought some portable solar panels so that I can run the medical equipment that I need for myself and my wife in case the grid goes down. And also we're putting in a fireplace so that way even if the power goes out, we're able to stay warm. My heart goes out to all of you that have been affected by the power outage. It's a horrible thing, and I hope that things are getting better for you. If you're not used to living in that kind of weather, I mean, you wouldn't have that equipment, right? So I think it was kind of a wake-up call for a lot of us, right? How can we better prepare ourselves? And then I've been seeing some really neat articles about how neighbors are taking care of neighbors, and I think that's wonderful, We're stronger together than we are apart. Thanks, Lizelle's Story. I appreciate it. Yeah, I understand. Absolutely. That's how you make your living. And it's a really, really important thing that you're doing. I'm so grateful for all the people that move good and services around. I mean, I think if anything came out of all of this stuff that's been going on in the world, it's that, you know, our workers out there that move things around and take care of us in the grocery stores and the truckers. I mean, they're absolutely just super important. Without them, things shut down. I heard it's like 2 days. If they're not moving the groceries around, 2 days, we don't have anything in the grocery store. So God bless you all. Thank you for everything that you do. And stay safe out there. Correct, Lizelle says. It's very, very important. Thank you, Lizelle. Thank you and your husband for doing what you're doing. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thanks for coming into my chat room. We are just talking about how are we going to be prepared if things get tough. So, what are you doing to prepare yourself in the event that you can't go to the grocery store for a couple of days? How are you going to heat your house if the grid goes down? And then also, please take the opportunity while you're here to drop your link. Let me know who you are so I can build you a jacket so you can connect with other people. It's really important that we build those types of communities with each other and help each other. We're stronger together than we are apart. Chloe USA, thank you for sharing my video. Bless you. I really appreciate that. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thanks for coming into my room. Please don't hesitate to make a comment, and I will build you a jacket so that you can drop your link. We're using this opportunity to connect with each other, not only online, but talk about how can we connect out in our communities. Okay? What are we going to do if the power goes out? How are we going to keep warm? What are we going to, or if you're in a hot place, how are you going to keep cool, right? You guys have the same problem in the really hot places that we do in the winter, just in reverse. What are you going to do if you can't go down to the grocery store? Some of the things my family's been doing is we've been hatching our own chickens and producing eggs. We have been expanding our garden. We have been learning how to can food and store food. I bought some solar panels, portable solar panels, so I can run the medical equipment that I need for myself and my wife. Putting in a fireplace so that we can stay warm, right? All of those things. And then reaching out to neighbors so that not only can I help them, but how can they help me, right? We're stronger together than we are apart. All of those kinds of things. Welcome to my room. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Please make a comment. Let us know what's going on and how you're doing this evening. Marvin, not the Martian. Welcome. Welcome. Be able to drop your link anytime. Please connect with others. That's what this is all about. Marvin, not the Martian, we're taking this time and opportunity not only to connect online, but to talk about ideas of how do we strengthen ourselves if things get tough, right? What do we do if we can't go to the grocery store for a couple of days? What are some ideas that you might be doing with your family? I know my family's been canning food. We have been putting in a fireplace so that we can keep warm. We've got chickens now, so that way we've got food, right? All those kinds of things. We're expanding our garden. We're homesteading, putting in crabapple trees, right? What can we do to make ourselves in a better position? Thanks, Marvin, not the Martian. I appreciate it. Get some good sleep. I really, really appreciate that. Absolutely. Absolutely. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Please drop your links. Connect with each other. We're stronger together than we are apart. Thanks, Marvin, not the Martian. Yeah. I mean, I've got family just like all of you do, right? I want my children to be safe. I want to be able to have my parents be safe and comfortable, right? I want my neighbors to be happy, right? So if I get to know them and I build those relationships, you know, maybe I'm growing tomatoes and they're growing potatoes, right? Or whatever it is. We can't do this stuff alone. We got to work together, take care of each other in our communities, not only online, but those of us that are physically around us. It's really important. Blend the old and the new, right? The old and the new ways. Thank you for the thumbs up. I really appreciate it. Marvin, not the Martian, go ahead and drop your link before you go to bed. I hope you get good sleep. Thank you for the thumbs up. I appreciate it. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Please connect with each other. Drop your links. Share your videos with each other. How can we make our community stronger? How can we make our family stronger? Right? What are we going to do if the power goes out for a few days and we have to keep warm? We're putting in a fireplace. We started some chickens last spring so we can have fresh eggs, learned how to incubate them so that we can grow our own. And that's something you can work with other people on too, right? If they've got some chickens you need to swap genetics, you can work with each other locally, right? Online, build communities so that you can know what other things are going on in other parts of the country. Information is powerful. One of the other things I'm doing right now is I'm taking a ham radio class, something I have never done before. But a ham radio works separate from your cell phones and your infrastructure and your internet. So that way, if all of those things go down, you can still communicate with people via those ham radios. And the classes are free. So what a wonderful way. And you can listen to the emergency channels so that you know what's going on in your local community. Thank you, Marvin, not the Martian. Thank you. I appreciate that. Jack All, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for coming into my room. Please feel free to drop your link and connect with others. Let me make sure that you're set up here. Jack All, you are now added. You should be able to drop your link. Thank you so much for the thumbs up. Jack All, we're talking about how do we strengthen ourselves, our family, and our community, both online and the physical community around us, right? We're stronger together than we are apart. So what are we going to do if the power goes out for a few days? I can tell you what we're doing. We're putting in a fireplace because right now it's 22 degrees outside where I'm at, and it's cold. So if my furnace goes out, I don't want my family to be cold, right? Not only that, I can offer respite to my neighbors. Maybe they need my help, right? Building that love between your community is so, so important. We're expanding our garden. We put in a big garden last year. We're going to make it bigger this year. We're learning how to can food. My wife can can, thankfully. That's something that is in her family and her traditions. So she's teaching me. We learned how to raise chickens and produce our own eggs, and now we're incubating them, right? All of that is great. What are we going to do if we can't get to the grocery store for 2 or 3 days? We've got a couple weeks of food stored up, right? Not only is that good for us, but it's good for our neighbors. Maybe my neighbor grows potatoes and I grow tomatoes. Hey, we can trade, we can barter, like in the old days. Communication, how are you going to know what's going on if the internet goes down? What are you going to do if the cell phones go out? Well, there's ham radio. I'm taking a free ham radio class. And I was able to buy some small ham radios for about $60, a set of 2 of them. They'll let me use the repeaters and talk to people hundreds of miles away, so I know what's going on. I can listen to emergency channels, so I know if something's coming down the road. Let me grab it really quick. I'll show you what they look like. Here we go. There's a ham radio, okay? I'm working on getting the license for that, okay? And then I can listen to people hundreds of miles away. So that way, if something's going on in my community, I'll know, even if the cell phone towers are out, even if the internet's down, I know what's going on, and then I can help. Not only that, all of this is volunteer. So I can help pass information along to the aid workers so that we can get people help and respite. Totally free class. And I think the test I have to take at the end is like $10 or $15, almost nothing. Okay, but then I have that peace of mind. I got some portable solar panels, so I can charge this up even if the grid is down. Yeah, it's online. They're all over. If you just go to Google and you type in ham radio class, then you'll pull up lots of them. So I'm in Idaho. I'm taking the class from people back in Missouri. Totally free. We Google Cam, we live stream with each other. It's awesome. So if you're interested, I will try and find that email address for you. And but you don't have to necessarily do the one that I'm doing. Ham radio is different from CB and walkie-talkies. Ham radio allows you to communicate around the entire planet. This one has a range of about 15 to 20 miles, but I can tap into the repeaters and go hundreds of miles. And it'll work even if the cell phone towers are away. Okay, Jackal, let me see what I can find out for you here real quick. I'm going to put my email address here in the chat. Jackal, feel free to email me, and I will send you the email address of the trainer that I have. And if that one doesn't work for you, just do a Google search on it. There you go. I'll watch for your email and I'll get you that information. But the only thing I had to buy was I had to buy the manual, the book, so that I could learn, so that I can pass the test. I'm about halfway through the class, but the class itself is completely free. And there's all sorts of ham radio clubs out there where you can get together and network and build a community, just like the community that we're building online right here. But it's really, really great. Even if the internet goes down and the power goes out and the cell phone towers are out, I can pop out my little solar panels, make sure my ham radios are charged, and I can know what the emergency services people are doing, and I can even help them by repeating the messages out to other people. And my solar panels can run the medical equipment. My wife and I need CPAP machines. So even if the grid is down, we can keep ourselves healthy, right? And that's really, really important. You know, another thing to think about is your medications. You know, do you have a little bit of extra medication if you have to go 20 or 30 days and you can't get the medications at your local grocery store? You know, what about food? Do you have a couple weeks on hand? Do you have water? You know, one of the things we were seeing in Texas, God bless those people. I hope things are getting better for them. But when their pipes started freezing and the water got shut off, You know, that's a real problem, right? What are you going to do? We put in a fireplace. We keep about 60 gallons of water on hand just in case we need it, in case the water gets shut off, all of those things. Absolutely, Jack. I will get you that information. Just shoot me an email. I'd be more than happy to connect you with some ham radio operators. We're about halfway through our class. I'm sure you could join it, but you might want to start a newer one, right? And then if you get up and going, you and I should connect over ham radio. How cool would that be to be able to talk to each other? So ham radio can go clear across the entire world. I can talk to somebody anywhere at any time with ham radio once you get your license. Even locally, this one cost me about $30, and it has a range of about 5 miles. But if I connect into the repeaters, which are free and out there, I can go about 100 miles. So I can know what's going on in the major cities that are around me, even if I'm out in the middle of nowhere. And so even if it's not a grid down situation, maybe I'm going for a hike and I hurt my leg, I can call for help. I don't need the cell towers and I don't need the internet to do it. Jean Maria Mero, thank you. Thank you, Marvin, not the Martian. Yeah, it's a cool thing. You're allowed to build your own radios as well. But please take the class because there's rules about which radio frequencies you can use. Let me grab the manual so that you can see it, okay? I'll be right back. Jean Maria Amaro, welcome. James Amaro, welcome. Thanks, guys, for the thumbs up. I'm so glad that you're here. We're building an online community here. We're stronger together than we are apart, right? Absolutely. Shoot me an email, Marvin, not the Martian, and I'll get you the information. Absolutely. Absolutely. That'd be really neat to be able to talk to you through ham radio, right? So Jean Marie and James, we're talking about ham radio. It's a service that you can learn how to use, that even if the internet and the cell phone towers are down, you can communicate with emergency services and your neighbors around you. We're talking about how do you prepare yourself in case the grid goes down. You know, my heart goes out to all those people down south in the Texas area. What are you going to do if you can't go to the grocery store for a couple of days? Well, fortunately, my wife knows how to can, and she's teaching me. We keep about a month's worth of food down right now, and we're beefing it up with everything that's going on in the world right now. Crazy times right now, right? We're expanding our garden. We made it bigger last year. We're going to make it even bigger this year, right? We're planting fruit trees, crabapple trees, pear trees. We planted fruit trees about 4 years ago, and last year we were able to can several cans of peaches and pears, right? All that stuff can go down. We learned how to raise chickens, and now we are hatching our own chickens out of our incubator, right? All of that kind of stuff. Please check out my channel. It's Bob's Adventures. I have playlists about all of those kinds of things, about my homesteading, and I actually put in a well last year as well at my homesteading property. And I put in a electric well pump, but what are you going to do if the power goes out? Well, I put in a hand pump. So even if the power goes down, I can get water, right? Because one of the things we're seeing when these things happen is people don't have access to their services. Well, you can drill a well and put a hand pump in. So even if your water is down, you can take care of yourself. And if you can take care of yourself, you can take care of your family. And if you can take care of your family, you can help your neighbors out and they can help you, right? Because we're stronger together than we are apart. We have to have online communities. We have to have communication. And we need to know who's around us so that we can help each other, right? I love being able to go to the grocery store and all the modern conveniences, but what are you going to do if it goes down, right? Do you have enough food to get you through for a couple of days, right? Maybe a month, right? All of these things. Thanks, Marvin, not the Martian. Yeah, Jean-Marie Amaro, let me know. This one cost me $30. I got a set of 2 of them for about $55, $60, something like that. And here's the deal. So I had to buy the manual because there's a test that you're supposed to take. You get licensed, and then you're able to do amateur radio. But the class itself is absolutely free. Marvin, not the Martian, and Jack all are interested. I put my email address in the live chat. I'll do it again. If you want to know information about that, let me know and I will send it to you. so that you can get signed up for a class. I'm about halfway through my class right now. Thank you, Marvin, not the Martian. There's no reason to pay for the class. There's lots of radio clubs out there, and there's a lot of people that have been doing this for years and years and years. I'm new to it, but that want to share their knowledge with the other generations because it's really, really important. Yeah, I went through Amazon, Marvin, not the Martian, to buy the radio. Make sure, though, if you're going to order one, that it is a ham radio, H-A-M, just like the meat, because you'll see some that look exactly like this, but they are not ham radios. They are just regular radios that like you would use for kids. If they're not ham radios, they're not going to be able to talk all over the world. This one has a range of about 5 miles. Okay, it's a 5-watt ham radio. If you tap into the repeaters, which are free, you can get about anywhere from 50 to 100 miles on it, which allows you to connect into the emergency services. And amateur radio actually has a history of being able to help out emergency services because we're volunteers. So if there's some sort of hurricane or disaster or what's going down in Texas, a lot of the coordination of emergency services through FEMA and the government are going through volunteers like myself that are on ham radio. So it's pretty cool because when the cell services go down and the internet goes down, you can communicate over these guys. It'll still work. Yes, ham radio. Here comes my email address again. Please feel free to email me. By tomorrow afternoon, I should be able to respond to you. I'm a schools teacher during the day, and I'm in Idaho, so I'm on mountain time. So usually about this time in the evening, I'm able to respond. So if you shoot me an email between now and tomorrow, when I get off work, I'll respond to all of you and try to get you the information, okay? But make sure it's a ham radio because there's regular radios like walkie-talkies. Those have a range of about 300 to 400 feet. There are also what are called CB radios. That's what the truckers use. Lizelle, you probably know about CB radios because your husband's a trucker and you're with him. Those have a range of, I don't know, maybe a half mile, maybe a mile. I'm not completely certain. Ham radios can go all over the world. Okay, but you got to take the class and you can find classes for free. I highly encourage you to get the manual for it, okay? Okay, Marvin, not the Martian, you get some sleep. James Amaro, you've got these at work? That's cool. Here, let me grab the manual really quick so I can show you. Okay, here's the manual. And then I take a class. I'm in Idaho, but I connected with people out in Missouri. And it's totally free, and they just want to share their knowledge so that people know, so that way if there's ever some grid down situations, we can communicate with each other. I think this cost me about $35 or so. And then basically I'm just studying to take the test, and then I'll receive my license when I apply for it, and then I'm allowed to use this, and I can talk to people. As far as this will go through the repeaters, I'm allowed to talk. You can get larger ones, actually, that are capable of talking to people clear in space, like the astronauts. This one will probably, if I go through the repeaters, get me somewhere around 50 to 100 miles. Marvin, not the Martian, get some rest, okay? Thanks for coming to my chat. I appreciate it. Please take the time to drop your links and connect with each other, guys. We're building an online community. And if some of you get ham radio licenses, it'd be neat to find out what your call sign is and connect that way as well. The more that we're connected to each other, the stronger we are. We're stronger together than we are apart. And connect with people in your community, right? Put in those gardens. Find out people that you can trade with, and you know that would help you if there's a problem, right? Thank you for the thumbs up. We've got 5 thumbs up now. I really, really, really appreciate it. Please don't hesitate to drop your links either. And again, my email is bobsadventures12@gmail.com, and I will get that information to you probably tomorrow afternoon. You're welcome, Jean Maria Mero. Thank you. Thank you for coming in and supporting me as well. Please feel free to drop your link. I appreciate all of you here. I think it's great that we're building a community of people to support each other, right? We're stronger together than we are apart. And I think it's really important not only to build the online community, to build a community around those that you physically live around, right? And think, what can you do to strengthen your position if things break down? You know, like we just saw it in Texas. And I hope those people are doing better. I mean, what a hard thing, but how are you going to communicate with people if the internet's down and the cell phone's down? Well, one way is ham radio. What are you going to do if you can't get to the grocery store, or the grocery store is all sold out? I don't know how many videos I watch where people go to the grocery store and there's nothing there. Well, you can can. We're learning how to can. Fortunately, my wife knows how to do that. Put in a big garden, grow some food. Get to know people that grow gardens. Maybe you can trade food, right? Put in some apple trees or some pear trees if you need to. If you live in an area that's warmer than mine, you might even have orange trees, which seems exotic to me, but I think that would be so cool. We also, one of the things we did is we put in grow lights and built an indoor garden. And I've got them hooked to solar panels so that even if the power goes out, I can grow food. I bought an incubator so that I can hatch chickens in the event that the grid goes down, so I can keep my birds going, so that I can make sure that I can continue to have fresh eggs. Right? All of those things are super, super important. It just makes us stronger, right? Please connect with each other and please drop your links. Thank you, James Amaro. I appreciate it. I think it's good. Yeah, I mean, if we're an island, you know, I mean, we're not on an island. Human beings need to have each other in order to thrive and do well. You know, I mean, it's good to be, you know, self-motivated and self-reliant, but at the same time, you need a network of people to truly survive. You can't do it on your own. Absolutely, Jean Maria Amaro. Absolutely. There you go. Please feel free to drop your link. Jean Maria Amaro, please feel free. Sorry, I thought I already did that. Please connect with each other. Makes us all better if we're connecting with each other. I appreciate that. Please check out my channel as well. I know a lot of you are already there, and I'm so grateful for that. Absolutely. I'll connect with you. You connect with me, connect with each other. It's great. Jean Marie, you should be, oh, there you go. You dropped your link. Good. Thank you, Jean Marie Amaro. I so appreciate it. Thank you for sharing my channel. And I will watch your channel too as well. And share it as well. Thank you for the thumbs up. 6 thumbs up. Woohoo! Please take this opportunity to connect with each other. I see someone else came in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are building a community here. We are getting to know each other, connecting with each other. And then we're also talking about how can we connect with those that actually physically live around us? How do we make ourselves stronger if there's a problem in the world, like we see in Texas, right? What do we do if we go to the grocery store and there's no food there? Well, some things that we can do is we can put in gardens. We can learn how to can food so that we can have a month or two of food down in the pantry, right? We can store water. We keep 50 to 60 gallons on hand. You want to store at least a gallon a day per person in your house. So just kind of keep that in mind. How are we going to communicate? Well, we've got ham radio. Even if the power's down, ham radio allows us to connect even without cell phones or internet. If you're curious about that, let me know. All of those things matter. Connect with your neighbors, right? Maybe they're growing something you're not growing and you can trade, right? Blend the old ways and the new ways together to make ourselves stronger. Welcome, welcome. I see someone else just came in. Thank you for coming in. Please feel free to drop your link. If you need me to build you a jacket, let me know. I'm more than happy to do that. Please connect with the other people that are here with us today. We're building community. We're stronger together than we are apart, okay? A lot of things going on in the world. We're talking about what do we do if we go to the grocery store and we can't get any food? Well, we can grow a garden, right? We can have some chickens, right? My family in the last year or so, we've expanded our garden. We've put in some more fruit trees. We're learning how to can. We've got fresh eggs. We've learned how to incubate our own chickens. I'm getting to know other people in my community that have chickens so that we can swap genetics back and forth to keep our flocks healthy. There's lots and lots of things that we can do. Pia Ravello, welcome, welcome, welcome. Let me build you a jacket. Please feel free to drop your link. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How are you doing this evening? If you have ideas of what you can do to prep and make yourself prepared, please put them in the comments. I love ideas. Some things that I'm doing is we've expanded our home garden. We're homesteading on a property and building that up. We put in a well and a hand pump so that even if the power goes out, I can pump my water by hand, right? Very, very important. We can only go a couple of days without water. Pierre Ravello, thank you. Thank you as well. Please drop your links. I see that you dropped the video there. Welcome. Connect with me, connect with others, and I'll connect with you as well. Communication is important. What are you going to do if the internet and the cell phones go down? Well, ham radio is a way that you can do that. The classes are free. You can find them online. If you're curious about that, let me know. I've included my email address in the live chat. Each day I'll check that and try to get that information out to you if you're interested. Thank you for dropping your link, Pia Ravello. Nice work. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for coming to my live stream. We're building a community here. Please feel free to drop your link. Let me know who you are. I can build you a jacket. Not only are we building an online community, but we're talking about how can we build a community around us? How do we connect with our neighbors? How do we make ourselves stronger? What if we have some sort of scenario like what's going on down south in Texas? My heart goes out to all of those people. I hope things that are getting better. But what are you going to do if it's cold outside? Well, we're putting in a fireplace. That's what we're doing. I don't want my family to be cold. And maybe I can even offer respite to my neighbors, right? We're adding a garden. We're expanding it. We already have a garden, but we're making it even bigger. We're planting more fruit trees next year. Even if you don't have a large space, we bought some grow lights and we built an indoor garden. Even if you're in an apartment, you can grow lots of food right in your apartment, especially if you have grow lights. So just get creative. Mercury 1965 NS. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Welcome to my live stream. So glad that you are here. I will add you and you are free to drop your link. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Please connect with each other. Connect with me. I will connect with you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm sure many of you are like me. You work during the day, and then once a day you are able to reconnect with all the people that come on the live stream. So if you connect with me, I usually within 24 hours will connect with you. So please connect with others in the live stream. Connect with each other. Connect with me. Help each other build and grow. That's how this works. We're stronger together than we are apart, right? We're not an island. Thank you, Pia Ravello. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Mercury 1965, you are free to drop your link, sir or ma'am. Thank you, thank you, thank you for dropping your link. I will be sure to find you tomorrow and connect with you. Thank you for all the thumbs up. I got 7 thumbs up now. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you to everyone that is in the house. If you are here, let me know, and I'd be happy to build a jacket for you so that you can connect with others. Some things that we're talking about today is how are you going to put yourself in a situation to survive if things aren't so good? What do you do if you go to the grocery store and all the shelves are bare? Well, we're learning how to can. We're expanding our garden. We're storing water. We added a hand pump so that way we can pump water even if the power is out. I've got portable solar panels so that I can keep my CPAP machine going off of a battery and just the sun. We've got ham radios, and we're taking the class for ham radios so that even if the internet and the cell phones are down, I can still communicate with people. This little device has about a 5-mile range that I can use to connect into a repeater, and from there I can talk to people over 100 miles away, and I can listen to emergency services, and I can also help emergency services. If you have a larger one, they have the ones that are built as a base. They can actually connect with people all over the world so that you can know what's going on in the world. I even have a video out about Faraday cages. If you're not sure about what Faraday cages are, they protect your electronics from EMPs, electromagnetic pulses. So if there was an electromagnetic pulse that would fry all of your electronics, you can store things like this in your Faraday cage and protect them. So that way when the EMP is subsided, you can communicate with the rest of the world. Thank you, Jay Maria Mero. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Mercury 1965, you are welcome, and thank you for being here. I love that we're building a community. I think it's so amazing. Thank you all for being here. Build an online community. Build a community with those around you. Thank you. 8 thumbs up. I appreciate it so much. Please connect with each other. Connect with me. I will connect with you. Usually within 24 hours, I try to find all the notifications from my live streams to connect with the people that have connected with me. So that's wonderful. Mindorians girl, welcome. Thank you for coming to my house. I'm so glad that you're here. Please feel free to drop your link. I'll make sure that you've got a jacket. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You are now free to drop your link, Mindorians girl. We are talking about how to build community. We are stronger together than we are apart, not only online, but with those that live around you. So what are you going to do if you go to the grocery store and there's no food there? Well, I know what we're doing in my family. We have expanded our garden. We are canning food. We are storing that food. We have about 2 months of food on hand, right? We raise chickens and we have eggs coming in each day. Did you know that you can water glass your eggs with hydrated lime and they will keep for several months? So that way you can build up your store of eggs even if you don't have access to power and the grid has gone down. You can store your eggs with hydrated lime and water without a refrigerator. Okay? You're welcome, Mindorians girl. You can grow food and you can can it and it will keep for years. You can store water. You can put in a hand pump. We bought a piece of property and we're building it up to homestead, and we put in a hand pump in addition to the electric pump because what happens when the power goes down? I've got a ham radio that allows me to communicate with people all over the place, even if the internet is down and even if the cell phone towers are down. I've got a couple little small portable solar panels that I can charge this with, and I can keep my CPAP going for my wife and I, right? Because that's a medical thing that we need. Maybe keep some extra medication on hand. Those of you that are on blood pressure medication, that's probably pretty important, right? Keep a 30 to 60 day supply just in case, right? You're welcome, Mindorians girl. 9 thumbs up. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. If you are here, please let me know. I will make sure to build you a jacket so that you can drop your link. Please connect with each other. Please connect. It's so important. We are stronger together than we are apart. We've got Jay Maria Mero in the house, Mercury 1965 NS, and Mindorians girl right now. Thank you, thank you, thank you. 10 thumbs up. Woohoo! What are you doing to not only connect online to build your community, to protect your family, but what are you doing in your local community? Are you getting to know your neighbors? Are you putting in a garden, right? All of those things matter. It's really cold outside where I am. It's below 20 degrees right now. I'm putting in a fireplace after seeing what happened in Texas. And God bless those people. I hope it's getting better for them. But I'm putting in a fireplace, right? Because I don't want my family to be cold. And I can offer respite to other people in the community. You know, goodwill goes a long, long ways, right? I'm expanding my garden. Pia Ravello in the house. I'm expanding my garden. I'm canning. My wife, fortunately, was taught when she was very young how to can. She's teaching me now, right? That's super, super important. We're able to keep 2 or 3 months worth of food in the house. So that's super, super important. We keep water. We store 60 to 70 gallons worth of water. We've got some portable solar panels so that way we can keep our CPAP machine running, right? All of those things. And, you know, we're not wealthy, super wealthy people or anything like that. We just do a little bit every month. You know, we by a little bit every month. And we kind of already were that way. But then when things started happening last March with the world changing, we bumped it up a little bit, right? And been expanding and working on that. But it's a slow process that takes time, right? You can't do it all at one time. You just got to slowly, slowly build it up, right? Please, please, please welcome. Thank you for coming here. Philippines is very hot right now. Okay. Okay. Yeah, completely. You've got the opposite problem that I do right now, right? How do you keep cool so you don't get too dehydrated? 11 thumbs up. Woohoo! Thanks for pointing that out, Mercury 1965 NS. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please feel free to drop your links. Please get to know each other. That's how we grow, right? Connect with each other, connect with me. Usually within 24 hours, I go back and check all my notifications. So if you've connected with me, I will connect with you, right? We're stronger together than we are apart. All of those things help all of us. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yes, it is cold right here, Pierre Ravello. It's very, very cold. My friends from Michigan would tell me it's not cold, but I think it's cold. Anything below 20 degrees is cold to me. You know, and that's something to think about too. Our homesteading property last night, it was -1 degrees, right? So if you put in a hand pump and you're in a cold environment, how are you going to keep your pump from freezing? You got to think about those things. What if the power goes out? Maybe a little solar panel that can keep your pipes warm, all of those kinds of things. We saw that big time in Texas with the pipes freezing. Not only do they freeze, but then when they warm back up, they explode, right? So having that extra water on hand is super, super important. All of those kinds of things. You just got to keep it above freezing, right? If it's really, really hot, how are you going to keep yourself cool? You know, if you guys have ideas, please put the comments in the live chat. I'm used to living in a cold environment. I spent some time in a really warm environment, but I haven't lived in a warm environment for years and years and years. So I'm sure that you guys have tricks that I don't know about. So please share those with your friends and neighbors and those of us online and just those that live around you, right? If your neighbors are happy and healthy, then you're better off too, right? If you're here and I haven't built you a jacket, please let me know. I'm trying to get everybody, but I don't intentionally miss anyone. But please feel free to speak up. Thank you, Pia Ravello. We're pretty used to it. It's cold. Yeah. One of the biggest things about living in a cold environment is just making sure that you get some sun. So I've got some of those lights that mimic the sun because it helps combat that, right? Because we need that vitamin D in our system to stay healthy. -25, Jean Marie. You win. That is so cold. I was in Canada a few years ago, and at that time I worked on airplanes, and we landed, and it was so cold. My job as the mechanic, I had to go check the oil. And I checked the oil, and obviously when it's cold, things shrink, but we had to add some oil, and I tipped the can upside down, and it was so cold, it wouldn't pour. I had to scrape it out with a butter knife. That's how cold it was. I don't know if it was -25, but it was the coldest I have ever been in my life. Stress-free adventure. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for coming to my live stream. So glad to have you here. We are talking about community. Thank you, Mendorian's girl. I so appreciate that. And I will try and return the favor to you as well. Yes, I am trying to build watch hours in addition to bananas, I guess, right? So both things. But I want you guys to be able to connect with each other too and build your channels as well. That's a big part of why I'm here. So one of the things, we need all those stuff you're talking here. Yeah, Jean-Marie, I'm sure that you guys have fireplaces and backup power and all of those things, right? So I felt really bad for the people down in Texas. They're just simply not used to that. And it was a shock. I mean, that's just kind of the way we live here in Idaho. We know about the cold, but if you're not from an environment like that, that would be a complete shock. Please connect with each other. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I have 11 thumbs up. Connect with each other. I'll connect with you. It's good for everybody, right? Thank you, Stress-Free Adventure. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, I think it's an important topic, you know. We want to obviously, you know, not always dwell on the negative, but we need to think about it for not only our sake, but our families and our community's sake, right? We live in a great time where we have this wonderful technology, but what do we do if the power goes out, right? How are we going to keep ourselves safe, fed, and warm? You know, water, we only have about 2 days if there's no water. We store water. We have expanded our garden. We've got fruit trees. We've learned how to raise chickens. We've learned how to store our eggs. You can water glass them in hydrated lime and keep them for months. What do you do if you go to the grocery store and the shelves are bare, right? I don't know how many videos I watched down in Texas where these poor people are trying to go and get food and there's just no food, right? So if you can keep a couple months of food on hand in your pantry, that'll keep you fed, and it gives time for the emergency services to come and kind of fix things. And you can be helping your community members around you and hopefully not having to go out and expose yourself to potentially dangerous situations, because as much as, you know, human beings are really social creatures, when we get scared, sometimes things can get dangerous. So the less that you have to go out and expose yourself to that, the better, right? And the more relationships you build with those around you, the better position you'll be in to not only help them, but for them to help you when things get really tough. Stress-Free Adventure, feel free to drop your link. Please use this time to connect with each other. I'll connect with you, you connect with me. I usually try to do it within 24 hours. So I work during the day. I'm a school teacher, actually. So during the day, that's what I do. But then when I get off work, I check my notifications, and anybody that has sent me a message or connected with me, I make sure that I connect back with them. So one of the things that you can do to help yourself, this is called a ham radio, and it will work even if the internet and the cell towers are down. You can connect with the people around you that know how to use ham radio, and the classes are free. I found one online. I'm in Idaho, but I'm taking a class from a club that is out in Missouri right now. The only cost I really had was I had to buy the manual for myself to study, but there's lots of people that really want to share this knowledge with other people. So it just, again, it's another community out there. And how cool would it be if some of you took the class as well? We could connect over ham radio and connect that way. So this little device has a range of about 5 miles, but you can set it to connect with the repeaters, and it'll extend the range anywhere from 50 to 100 miles. They make units that are actually base units that can go all the way around the world. So I myself in Idaho can talk to someone in the Philippines, or I can talk to someone in Russia or China quite easily on these. And they do not work off the normal grid system. They work, you don't need the internet, and you don't need power. The only thing I would say is that you have to keep them charged. So I bought a little portable solar panel that will charge this up, keep it charged. So I can keep it charged with the sun, even if the power goes out. And even if the grid doesn't go down, maybe you're like me and you like to go outdoors and hike around and things like that. If you hurt your leg or something, you can call for help. Even if your cell phone isn't working, you can get help that way. It's just another tool. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Please let me know you are here. I will make sure that I get you a jacket so that you can connect with others. That's what we're doing here. We're building an online community with each other, And we're also talking about what we can do to build a community with those around us. You know, this was something that I just kind of grew up doing, but with the world the way that it is, my wife and I have even become more aggressive about it. In that we just keep prepping, making ourselves in a stronger position, because if we are in a position to help ourselves, we can also help others. So we can help those around our community, both online and those that are physically around us. So, for example, I don't know how many videos I've watched recently about those poor people down in Texas, and God bless them. I hope things get better. But going to the grocery store and there's no food at the grocery store, what are you going to do if that happens? Well, I can tell you what we do. We've expanded our garden. We put in fruit trees a couple years ago. We've learned how to raise chickens. We've learned how to store our eggs through water glassing using hydrated lime, so that even if there's no power and the refrigerator is down, we can keep our eggs from spoiling. We've learned, my wife grew up canning, so she's been teaching me about canning. So she keeps that in our pantry. There's lots and lots of things you can do. It's really cold here right now. It's like 22, maybe 20 degrees outside. And so if the power went out right now, I'm actually installing a fireplace so that I can keep myself warm. We moved into this house a few years ago, and I've been so nervous about the fact that it's the first time in my life I didn't have a fireplace. And then we were planning on doing it, but then I saw what was happening in Texas, and I'm like, no, we're putting it in now. So as soon as the snow melts off my roof, I'm going up there and I'm cutting a hole in my roof and I'm putting in a fireplace. This is the first time in my whole life that I went without a fireplace for a couple of years. Any home we've ever owned or any house I grew up in, we always had a fireplace. It's just what you do in a cold climate. But what was really bad about these poor people down south was they're not used to that. I mean, and if you're not used to living in a cold environment, that would be a complete shock. So just like I would probably not know quite what to do if I were suddenly down in Arizona in the summer. I mean, the heat down there is absolutely incredible. So if you guys have ideas about how to prep and prepare for emergency situations, please make comments in the live chat and let me know your thoughts, because I can learn from you, especially about warm climates. I don't know much about super warm climates. I spent a little bit of time overseas in the Middle Eastern area where it's really, really hot. I've never been that hot in my whole entire life. And that was a shock. So staying cool there would be just as important as staying warm in cold climates. So Jean-Marie told me that it's negative 25 in Canada right now. That is unbelievably cold. It makes 22 degrees look like a tropical area, right? That is just unbelievably cold. I was in Canada a couple of nights, and I was an airplane mechanic, and it was so cold I had to add oil to the engine that when I turned it upside down it wouldn't pour. I had to scrape it out with a butter knife. I've never been that cold in my life. It was so cold. Welcome, welcome, welcome to my live stream. If you are here, I'm trying to get everybody so that they can drop their link, build jackets for them. If I have missed you, please say something in the comments down below. I'd be more than happy to build you a jacket. Please connect with others in the live stream. Connect with me. I will connect with you. Usually within about 24 hours, I'm able to get through my notifications and connect with people that have connected with me. So I appreciate your support so much. It helps me, it helps you, it's good for everybody. We're building community here. And then we're talking about how not only do we build an online community, but how do we build a community with those around us, right? That's super important. If we know people that we can rely on and help, we can trade, right? What do we do if the power goes out and we can't use our debit card, right? Well, if you have food on hand that you can trade with others, then you're in a far better position, right? Suddenly we're on the barter system. Yeah, I just saw your comment, Pia Ravello. That's called an Americana. We call them an Easter egg chicken. If you're still in the house, they are different. They actually, I'll go grab one of the eggs. They actually lay blue eggs. That's why we call them Easter egg chickens. Let me grab it. So this is the Rhode Island egg, Rhode Island red, and this is the Araucana or the Easter egg chicken. Yeah, stress-free adventure. There's lots of wild stuff going on. -35? Oh, can you even go outside without your lungs freezing? That's incredible. I've never been that cold before. I wouldn't even know what that feels like. Oh, I'm sorry. Actually, what you're looking at, Pia Ravello, that's not my Araucana. That's my guinea hen. Those are guinea hens, and they actually lay a white egg. I don't have any of those right now. So this is my Easter egg chicken. They lay blue eggs. This is my Rhode Island red egg. But the video that you're looking at is a guinea hen, and they actually lay a white egg. They're actually really good birds to have, except for they never are quiet. They will drive you absolutely crazy with their noise, because they have an alarm call anytime anyone gets close. So, if I had no other choice, I would have a bunch of them. But if I had to choose, I would get just regular, what I think of as regular chickens, because their noise is simply annoying. If you watch that video and listen to it, I've got a couple other videos with them. They're just, the noise is just horrible on your ears. Yeah, honestly, I wouldn't. Having had them, I mean, they're fine. They're going to give you eggs, but they're just loud, and frankly, they're ugly. I mean, yeah, but they're a form of a chicken. So I guess we really have three kinds of chickens right now. We have the Araucana or Easter egg chicken, Americana, I'm sorry, and then we have the Rhode Island Reds, and then we have the Easter egg chicken. And our little chicks that hatch, two of them are the Easter egg chickens, because the rooster that I have is an Easter egg chicken, and the hen I have is an Easter egg chicken. But I also have two Rhode Island Red chickens. So the yellow chick that you see, the one that we call Jasper, he is actually a mix of the Easter egg chicken and the Rhode Island Red. We did, yeah. And the reason I kept the female, she's still laying eggs for me, Jean Marie. But I had two males, and the problem was, as you guys probably know about chickens, they will kill each other. So I ended up butchering the males, and we ate them. And actually, they're excellent. They taste really, really good. So thank you, Pierre Ravello. I appreciate that. So yeah, they're fine to eat. The meat is a little bit darker than what you're going to find on a typical chicken, but yeah, they're good. They actually grow pretty quickly. We raised them from chicks. I think it was mid-March last year, and by mid-May they were pretty much full grown. So yeah, there's nothing wrong with them, but they're just really super loud. And our house in town here is close enough that, one, they were just loud I could hear them inside when I was watching TV down in my basement. That's how loud they are. So I was worried my neighbors were going to complain. Yeah, it's a little different than turkey meat, and they're not quite as big. They're actually more like a wild game meat. But we actually made a lot of soup out of them, and they were excellent. Yeah. Yeah, so they're good. There's nothing wrong with them at all. Soundproof cages. Yeah, that would be the plan. Yeah, our eggs, and you know what? Honestly, I can tell the difference when we're eating out of our garden and we're eating our eggs here on the property. I feel better. Obviously, I still use the grocery stores and things like that, but I can tell the difference when I'm eating fresh food versus when I'm eating out of the grocery store. I'm also a hunter. You know, I know everybody feels differently about that sort of thing, but I'm a hunter. So we actually have mule deer that I hunt and antelope. And I can tell you that when I'm eating that meat as well, my system it feels better. It's just clean. The meat is really, really clean. I mean, I love hamburger, but I can tell the difference in the meat from the grocery store versus wild game. I think it's just better for you. But I kind of grew up that way, you know, having chicken and wild game and all of that kind of thing. Besides that, I think like I feel better about it because I had to do something to get the food, if that makes sense. I feel like there's a connection to nature when I do something like that. It feels more natural to me. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you're just getting here, I'm more than happy to build a jacket for you so that you can drop your eggs. I'm trying to get everybody. Let me know if I missed you. I don't do it on purpose, but I'm more than happy to do that for you. Please connect with each other. That's what this is all about. Connect with each other, connect with me. I usually try to connect back with you in about 24 hours. I'm a school teacher during the day, so when I get off work, I check my notifications and I make sure to respond back and connect with anybody that's connected with me. But make sure you connect with each other as well. Okay, Jean-Marie, get some sleep. Yeah, I probably will only go about another 5 minutes. It's almost 11 here as well. So time to go to bed because I got to get up in the morning, right? So about 5 more minutes, guys. I sure appreciate it. I'll try to do this again as soon as I can. But please connect with each other. Take the time to do that. Connect with each other. Connect with me. Let's build this community. So my head gets cold, especially by the window, but then it gets too hot. So it doesn't regulate very well. So I'll have it on for a little while and then I got to take it off. So middle age, right? All right, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you're just getting here, we're building a community. So you're welcome, Jean Marie Amaro. Yes, and I'll try to catch your next live stream as well. Thank you so much for your support. I appreciate it so much. Please connect with Jean Marie Amaro and all the others that are right now in the live chat. Help each other grow your channels. That's what this is about. And talking about building community with those around you. Right now, we've got Jean Marie Amaro and Pia Ravello. Please connect, connect, connect. I see there are more others in the room. Please let me know who you are, and I'd be more than happy to build you a jacket. I know some people like to just hang out and watch, and that's totally cool too. We're talking about how to prepare yourself and your family and your community if things aren't going great, right? So what are you going to do if you go to the grocery store and there's no food there? Well, I know what we've done. We've built a garden and we've been expanding it the last couple of years. We put in fruit trees that are producing food and we're canning, right? Get to know people that have farms and find out if there's anything you can provide them and they can provide you. You can barter and trade back and forth, you know, blend the old ways and the new ways. Store some water. You know, egg tray, it can be really an egg tray, it can be made soundproof. Okay, I did not know that, Pia Ravello. Thank you so much. Yeah, that would help. And the reason we ended up so last March when the world was starting, at least that's when the world really started to change here. I know everybody in the world, you know, felt it in a wave as it moved across the world. But my wife and I saw what was happening and we said, we really need to get some chickens. And normally you can just go down to the local store here and get them in the spring. And it's really easy. There was such a run on chickens here because what happened was the local grocery store would only allow you to buy 12 eggs at a time. So in the past, we always were able to go out and get as many eggs as we wanted at the local grocery store. But when all this started happening, they rationed it. And I never would have thought in a small town in Idaho that we would ever have this problem. And my wife and I were like, this is not okay, right? Thank you, Pia Ravella. It was really strange. And we said, this is not okay. And we'd had chickens years ago. And I said, we're going to get chickens. Well, we went down to get them and they were gone. There was nothing left except for these guinea hens. And I said, are they like a chicken? And the man said, yes. And I said, we'll take them and figure it out. So, and then we, thank you, Pia Ravella, thank you. Because I was like, that's better than nothing, right? And I've got, well, we have 6 kids, 3 are all grown, but, you know, that's still 5 people in the house. And I'm like, you know, eggs are something we eat all the time. And so I said, that's not acceptable. So we got the guinea hens and we started raising them. And then we put ourselves down on a list and said, you know, if any other chicks come in, we'll take them. And we had to wait about another month. And then some other chickens came in, which is where we got the rooster we have now. He was just a little guy when we got him. But then we raised those as well. So yeah, the eggs have the protein, absolutely. And it's fairly inexpensive. And so here in town, we only have it's a pretty good lot, but it's probably a little less than 1/4 of an acre. So it's not like I can have a cow or a sheep. And so either rabbits or chickens, right? Rabbits or chickens. So that's a way to get protein going. And so that's what we did. And so we essentially really haven't had to buy eggs that much at all. They produce more eggs than we can eat on a daily basis. So we learned how to water glass them. And I should do a video on that, how to water glass them. That's how the pioneers, at least in out west, used to do it, because they didn't have refrigerators. So they would mix water and hydrated lime and put it in a cool place like a pantry, and the eggs will last for months and months and months without refrigeration. So especially here in the summer, it can get really hot because we're kind of in the southeastern part of Idaho. So, it can be over 100 degrees or even in the mid 90s pretty consistently in the summer. And there's not a lot of trees necessarily, or at least there weren't for the first people that came out here. Thankfully they helped us by planting trees, but it's essentially a high desert, right? So we mix some things in. I wish I could do it more and more natural. We have had to rely somewhat on food from the chicken store, for lack of a better word. But my wife and I, anytime we can use scraps from our garden and things like that, we will use that. But it's not purely organic, because as we build our garden up, we'll be able to do more and more just pure organic. But we have had to use some of the egg layer stuff, which the more I can get away from that as time goes on, the better. So, which not only is it better if the more organic you can be, but the reality is, what if the store shuts down and I can't get their egg layer feed, right? So the more that I can produce my own feed for the chickens is even better as well. So, but it takes time, right? So probably 50-50 at this point. We're able to feed them 50% of the time with our scraps. 50% of the time we rely on feed from the store. But good question, absolutely. Do you raise chickens, Pia Ravello? Oh, I'm sorry. That's sad. Yeah, we lost one of the guinea hens too, and I don't know why. I went out there and he was doing fine, and just he had died. So I didn't eat them because I figure if they die and I don't know why, it's not safe to eat them. Okay, guys, about one more minute, and I'm going to go ahead and log off. I got to get some sleep before work tomorrow. This is one of the best live streams I've ever had, so thank you very much. This was a lot of fun. I'm excited to do it again. So, and I'll try to make your live streams as well. So as you're popping up, I see them. So that's a lot of fun. So I appreciate all of your comments. I appreciate that I get to be part of your community. I found Panay USA, and that's how I started getting into this community. And I think it's just absolutely awesome. And thank you for welcoming me in. You guys are just wonderful, loving group of people. Yeah, I think so too. It's just not worth getting sick eating one that died, you know. So J Marie, thank you, thank you, thank you. 11 thumbs up. That's awesome. And I look forward to talking to you guys again. So good night. God bless you all and take care, okay? And I hope you made some connections and grew your channel. Okay, good night, Pierre Ravello. Good night, Jean Marie. See who else is in the house. Okay, all right, that's everybody that's still here. Thank you to all of you that were here today. Take care and good night. God bless.